going.
As to the fact that Stokes was staring intently at the ceiling, well, yes, Grissom said it's definitely a crime. That's why we are all here. The two other people in the room, Las Vegas Police Department Captain Jim Brass and the Assistant Coroner David Smith. Stokes kept looking up. I was talking about that, he said, pointing toward a corner. See where the crown molding joins? It's slightly uneven. Uneven in a house that's expensive, that's a crime. Grissom glanced at the living room woodwork. Good eye. But let's focus on the crime on the floor rather than dealing on one on the ceiling. I think it's a bigger deal. He looked down at the fifth member of their group, Melvin Bledsoe, until recently a well-known developer of high-end West Las Vegas area residential communities. Now Bledsoe lay on the floor, slowly cooling to room temperature. Yet even in death, he was still every inch of a VIP. Were not for him, the boss of LVPD CSI team wouldn't be coming to his house at 1 on Monday morning. And Bill Grissom and his associates wouldn't be puzzling over what, or more accurately, who put him in such straits. The case began at 11:08 p.m. when Las Vegas Police Department received a 911 call. It came from a private security guard named Mitch Harding who was patrolling the neighborhood. Shots fired at 10:21 Mountain Airport. He shouted, "The guys in the house, get out here now." Despite the timely warning, the police arrived too late to do anything but secure the area and wait for the CSI. Tell me what we know so far, Grissom said. Phillips knelt beside the body. They lay face down on what had formerly been an expensive antique rug. Nearby, ID tenants marked locations of a broken glass and fireplace poker. He grabbed the poker from the fireplace in his bedroom, Stokes said, a weapon of opportunity. Not very helpful in a gunfight. He's been dead about 2 hours. That jives pretty well with the 911 call. The assistant coroner had left the body in place while he photographed it from every conceivable angle. Ready to pull him over?
Yeah, Phillips said. Please grab his leg. Grissom watched as Phillips and Stokes turned the corpse face up. It took a moment to rock it free of vicious red-black blood adhering it to the rug's dense pile. Stokes let out a low whistle. Anybody got any theories about the cause of the death? It was a joke. The cause was obvious. A trio of blue black holes perforating the front Bledsoe's expensive dress shirt. Pretty good shooting, Brass said. Or just luck, Grissom said. The killer surprised Bledsoe and fired at nearly point-blank range. Where did he enter the house? First floor utility room just off the kitchen, Brass said. He left that way too. Busted the window to unlock it. Where did he go after that? We figured he got in and out by scaling the wall surrounding the development. It's quite a piece of work, 10 feet tall with a network of motion sensors on the interior side. In theory, anyone who got over the thing would be instantly detected. In theory, Grissom said. So why wasn't our intruder? We're checking. I'll get back to you when I have the answer. Grissom stared at the corpse. What's on his pants pocket? It looked like a small pamphlet. Phillips photographed the discovery in situ before carefully extracting it. It's some kind of booklet, he said. Get some blood spatter on the cover, but I can make out the title, Gardens of Serenity, an anthology of classic Japanese haiku.
Interesting. Grissom said definitely not a thing. I expected this guy totally around. Phillips passed the book to Stokes, who placed it in this plastic evidence bag. Haiku in Japanese poetry, right? Brass asked. Grissom nodded. Each poem is only 3 lines long. In English, there are only 5 syllables, lines 1 and 3, and 7 on the line 2. The point to get as much meaning into as little space as possible. Books are fun to read, but unless in a gunfighter, I try running instead. Bass said, counting off the syllables on his fingers. Very nice, said Grissom. You should use that at your next poetry reading. So our shooter broke the window to get in, Stokes said. While they came downstairs, they met here in the living room. The shooter came around the corner, and his victim around his corner. They confronted each other. Astrudius had a gun, had a fireplace poker, and his poetry book. Bam, bam. The end of Grissom's office. Not quiet, Stokes responded. There's a little bit of landing cape mulch going all over the stairs, up the stairs. Same stuff in the planning bed outside the utility room. After he gunned this guy down, the gunman stepped right over his own, kept going, showed him when he went. Grissom said, Brass and Stokes led the way to eager hardwood staircase, second floor landing. But Grissom didn't realize near the trainer eye followed the smooth trail of organic matter right into the home's master suit. He took a moment to survey his surroundings. Grissom said he cooked in the four of the bed, fireplace, sitting area full of overstuffed furniture, and in the further corner of the immediate space, an ordinary desk with a mirror shine top of looked big enough to land an airplane.